Halloween, 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 it's Halloween and joy.
Welcome to the Joy Holiday Channel. Like anything worth celebrating, if one day is good, why not start the party the night before? That's partly how we ended up with the Halloween traditions we share today in the United States and England. Although there is no clear record in history, some ideas behind our modern Halloween look eerily similar to things the ancient Celts and Romans did around this time of year. Take bobbing for apples, for example. Apples were the symbol for Pomona, the Roman goddess of abundance. In later centuries, people would bob for apples as a fortune-telling game to find out who they were going to marry. Another thing about Halloween that points to ancient beliefs has to do with the end of summer and the start of the darker days of winter. The Celts were afraid that spirits, friendly or not, could easily use this time to cross into the world of the living. So they'd light huge bonfires and cover their faces with masks to keep unwanted visitors from hassling them. Just about everything we connect with today's Halloween is borrowed from some other place or time, and from both religious and secular traditions. The name itself, which likely appeared for the first time in an 18th century Robert Burns poem, is a blended word that came from All Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints' Day. Going back to the Middle Ages, this was a Christian festival to honor saints and martyrs, people they referred to as Hallows, which Pope Gregory III later moved to November 1st on the Christian calendar. That's why we observe Halloween on October 31st. Originally, Christians celebrated All Hallows Eve by going door to door, offering prayers for the departed in exchange for soul cakes or other treats. This tradition evolved from the earlier cultures that left food and wine outside their front doors in hopes of appeasing spirits they feared might be roaming their villages on long, dark winter nights. Those ghostly snacks were the ancestors of the heaping balls of candy seen everywhere on 21st century Halloween nights. The candy alone is a multi-billion-dollar industry now, and when you add up costumes, accessories, and party costs, you might be surprised to learn that Halloween is America's second most expensive holiday after Christmas. So how did all this turn into the trick-or-treating frenzy we see every year in the United States? It was Irish immigrants who made it popular in America and turned it into a national thing. They were used to going door to door, sharing food and drinks and songs and stories on All Hallows Eve. But even they wouldn't recognize our modern trick-or-treat, which didn't really get going as we know it today until the 1920s. The entire holiday is one big mashup now. Carving funny or scary faces into pumpkins, called jack-o'-lanterns, goes all the way back to an old Irish folktale about an unfortunate guy whose deal with the devil ended badly. Our modern masks and costumes come from a fascination with the supernatural that goes back thousands of years. Ghost stories are rooted in a deeply human fear of the unknown and our desire to make sense of the eternal mysteries of life and death. A close cousin of the American Halloween is the Day of the Dead, or Día de los Muertos festival that started in Mexico, but it is an important annual event in much of Latin America. Also falling on November 1st, this is a deeply meaningful family event that honors departed relatives and friends with lively celebrations, often featuring food or activities the loved ones themselves enjoyed in life. Unlike the darker side of American Halloween with its jump scares and haunted houses, Día de los Muertos welcomes death as a natural part of being human, and a spirit of joyful remembrance shines through. No matter what your own background might be or how spooky or happy you like your parties, there are lots of ways to celebrate Halloween that can include everyone. It's a great way to involve your whole family or circle of friends in making and eating a huge variety of favorite foods. Singing, dancing, storytelling, and sharing from the abundance you enjoy is a symbolic way to chase internal darkness away and make the coming winter months a time of warmth for those you love. Customs don't have to be horror-themed, unless that's a fun creative outlet you enjoy. they can also represent the best of all your dreams and goals. So that's the story on Halloween. We're all about joy, happiness, and holidays. To keep up with all the best holiday ideas and fun histories, hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at JoyHChannel.
Halloween, 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 it's Halloween on Joy.